Dr. Aaron here at Impact Family Chiropractic. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm here typing up our newsletter, setting up our goals for the week, getting ready that we're just set up for complete excellence for the week and to serve our community in the best possible way. But I want to show you something, and I'm solo here, so I'll have to do all the camera movement. So this computer should be on, and I was sitting here and I was typing up our patient handout of the week. We're talking about asthma and the nervous system in the body. And I thought it was gonna be good, and then all of a sudden the computer just shuts down. And the phone right by it shuts down, and I'm like, oh dang, we just lost power. But then I look up and I look to the other computers and everything else is powered on. So I go to the breaker box and I see that we flipped a breaker. So we turn the breaker back on, computer's still uploading, and it got me thinking about the human body and some of the conditions that we see come through our office on a day-to-day basis and how it relates to what just happened. So again, the way that your house or an office or things of that work is you have all of your circuitry, all of the electricity, it all goes to the breaker box. And whenever we are using too much electricity, too many things plugged into one outlet, or maybe it's a lightning storm, you can get those breakers that flip. And so you lose power to small portions, of the office so that the entire operation doesn't shut down. So it's kind of the check guard, the safeguard of that. But that is the exact same thing in our body. And so the way that our body works is that, again, this nervous system controls everything in our body. Every single cell in your body has a very specific message being sent from the brain through your nervous system, and it just coordinates this entire thing. It's truly amazing. But your nervous system can never take a day off, or it can never shut down because you would die. It controls everything, right? And so the way that your body functions is much like that circuit breaker. So when you're under an abnormal amount of stress, your life's lightning storm, what can happen is you can get small misalignments in your spine, and think of those like your breaker. And it's just like flipping a breaker. And so what happens is you're still functioning and you're still going about your day-to-day life, but you're losing small portions of function and you're getting more and more dysfunction in your health and in your body. So oftentimes we have people come in and maybe they've never suffered from allergies or asthma or digestive issues or headaches or something like that. And they're wondering, why all of a sudden am I getting these types of things? And so as a chiropractor, we don't necessarily treat asthma or allergies specifically, but what we do is we analyze the spine. And we see exactly where those circuit breakers are or where those breakers have been flipped. Because we know that if we can flip those back on, we can restore the integrity to the nerves underneath those, and we regain the power. And maybe that power is going back to your digestive tract. Maybe that power is going back to nerves that feed your lungs or feed your heart or feed some of these major systems. And so again, this week we're really talking about asthma because we're just seeing tons and tons of asthma coming through the doors on a day-to-day basis. And so asthma, by definition, is a hyperactivity or an allergic reaction by the body's immune system. And what it does, so either it's stress or exercise, or you're breathing in a pollutant or an allergen, and your body is freaking out. And what it's doing is the bronchioles and the lungs and kind of the air pathway, it spasms, it gets inflamed, and basically those pathways become narrowed. So it's harder to breathe. And we start having some of those types of episodes. And so again, what can happen is that over time, if we have lost power to some of the vital parts of the nervous system, feeding your lungs and the bronchioles and all of the different air pathways, we can slowly lose function. And when we lose function, the body goes into a sense or a state of stress. And that stress can cause the swelling, the spasms of the bronchial and the air pathways, and again, it can create this stress or this overactivity of the body. And so again, when we have someone come in here with asthma or something of that variety, we don't go and try to open back up, the bronchioles, stick something down the throat and inflate it. That would be ridiculous. But what we do is we make sure that we scan the entire nervous system and make sure that there is power everywhere that there needs to be power turned on. And if you're under stress and we have those breakers flip, we need to make sure that those are turned on, not only so we can get power to those specific areas of the body, but so the entire system, this entire operation can function the way that it was intended to, the way that God intended it to. So, again, really as a recap, as I'm waiting here for this computer to turn back on, it takes time. Just like I'm waiting for this computer to turn back on and to reboot and to hopefully have saved the materials that I was working on, but same thing with your body. When we restore that function, when we restore the power to parts of your body, it takes time and repetition for that healing process to take place. But I can guarantee you one thing: if you restore the power over the course of your life and over the course of those years, you're going to see more and more health return to the body as the power is restored and the integrity of the nervous system is restored. Always check that circuit breaker. Always think to yourself, if something is going wrong, do I have a breaker that's flipped? Is my nervous system functioning at a high level? Everyone say a quick prayer for me that all of my handouts saved. Y'all have a blessed afternoon, and we can't wait to serve you all this afternoon. Take care.